hypocrite! PC Master Race! Please don't kill me. Today on Timmy Tech TV, we'll be reviewing the Xbox One. Hey guys, Tim here with an unboxing of something I gave you 5 reasons not to buy. It's the Xbox One. Well, okay, not specifically the Xbox One, but consoles in general. And I'm going to backtrack a little now because, frankly, I want to play Kinect games and I want to play Forza. And that's a reason a lot of you gave feedback to me as to why to buy a console, is exclusive games. So we're going to go ahead and get this baby unboxed. A little bit different unboxing location today. Figured to shake things up since I was buying a console anyways. So first thing I'll say, it's heavy. Like compared to especially the Xbox 360 Slim, this box weighs like 10 pounds. I don't know. So anyways, nice little photo on the front there. On the side, we got, it includes the Xbox One console, and that's probably a good thing. The Kinect sensor, one joystick, which I still don't understand. Just charge me $40 more and give me the second one. Sorry, one controller, right? It comes with a headset, an HDMI cable, which, you know, I'm not expecting a whole bunch, but it's awfully nice of them to throw that in there. It has wireless capability, 1-year warranty, and this is where I really wish all the console manufacturers would step up their game. If I can get a 3- and 5-year warranty on almost every single PC part I buy these days, come on guys. And a 500 gigabyte hard drive, which I may or may not try to upgrade. We'll see. And I'm sure you're getting a nice like anyways, as you can see from this nice picture of a TV screen, it has a UI. And that UI is Windows 8. Well, more specifically, the UI formerly known as Metro, so modern UI. And in my opinion, the apps and the UI are the selling feature of this over the PS4 to me. I've had both PlayStations and Xboxes, and I just tend to prefer the Microsoft OS. And, you know, I work for Microsoft, so I say that with the caveat of I work for Microsoft, nothing on the bottom there. However, I've owned many a PlayStations while I worked for Microsoft, so take it with a grain of salt. And, you know, you can all call me a fanboy if you want to, but you don't see me unboxing a PS4. So in the box, the first thing we have is the Kinect sensor. So much better camera resolution on this sensor than the previous version. It is actually much heavier as well. A little boxier. It's a little shorter. I believe the other one was about that long. Comes with a standard tripod mount, so you could mount this on a tripod, or my guess would be add-on bases is what that's really there for. It comes with really sticky protective wrapping. I didn't eat my Wheaties this morning apparently. So there you go. Nothing too fancy. So this is the speaker on the bottom, and then your camera, and I believe there's an IR sensor in there too somewhere. So that's the Kinect. Also, the thing that I like better about this version is that you get a powered cable. So the one I had, because it didn't come with the Elite bundle, I had to plug it in the USB power extra. So it was the USB to the Elite, and then extra USB power, which when it's on top of your TV, it doesn't sound like a lot, but when it's on top of your TV, it's kind of obnoxious. And a pretty decent length cord there. It would be interesting to see if they sell extensions to this in the aftermarket at some point. What else we got in here? We got your Xbox One quick setup guide, getting equipped, warranty information. Woo! Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty here. A massive power brick, and I do mean massive. It's at least the same size as the old one, unfortunately, but you know, when you don't want to put a power supply in what is basically a computer, that's kind of what you got to do. Let's go ahead and get the bottom part out of here too, and get the Kinect out. Woo! That's really in there. There we go. Okay, so one thing you like to see, nice foam protection. It is not hard, it is soft. Should help these things when they're in transit so that you don't get a broken system. And nice wrap on the case itself. So there we have the Xbox One. We'll talk about that in detail in a minute here. I'm going to try to get the rest of these accessories out here. So different kind of connection than the 360 for the power, and I'm sure they did that specifically to make sure that you didn't try to plug a 360 into it. The interesting thing on this is it does not look like it's keyed, so it is a non-polarized power supply. This means you can plug it in either direction, I believe. Well, let's try. You saw it here, like 47th. Nope, it is a polarized. Oh, there's a little keying. There we go. The little keying's right in the middle there. So it is polarized. The Xbox logo has to go up. And if you want to know what polarized power supplies are, I'm sure there's a million YouTube videos out there. Just makes a difference in how they work and if they're dangerous or not. The polarized ones, by the way, tend to be more dangerous. Just so you know. The headset, which is, I'm guessing, not the highest quality, but will get you by. We have an actual, it's a pretty good heavy-duty power cable. It is, of course, made for the Xbox powered brick, so it's 2-pin to 2-pin. But, you know, pretty thick gauge. Not cheap. And then we have your included HDMI cable, which, of course, you know, I'll use one of my Monoprice ones. But, you know, if you don't have one, and you have to go to Best Buy or something to buy one, they're not cheap. So it's nice to see these included. However, if you need longer custom lengths, guys, www.monoprice.com. You think the prices are too good to be true. Every single cable in my house is a Monoprice cable. So take that for what you want it, but their cable prices are really good. And frankly, that's good enough for me. They work good. So 2 included AA batteries, nice to see. Because they could have been chintzy and not done that. However, well, it looks okay. I was going to say, there's a little ding on one of the batteries, but the foil is still intact. The Xbox 360, or 360, woo! The Xbox One controller. And let's get the rest of this out real quick. Sorry if this video is going a little longer than my normal videos, but there's a lot to try to dig through here. So, the controller. This is the first time I've held one. I will say I think I like the old controller a little better, just from initial reaction. And the reason for that is the thumbsticks on the old controller are a little bigger and a little deeper in the joystick. I have big hands. I have really big palms and long fingers. So, you know, we'll see how these do. It's probably going to be just fine. But it does feel smaller to me than the Xbox 360 controller. However, while the pads, you know, they're smaller themselves, they're actually grippier. There's like a little texture around the outside of them and a little ring on the inside. So I like that quite a bit. The D-pad feels really cheap in my opinion. However, all the other buttons feel really good, and the shoulder buttons are clicky, which I really, really like compared to the old ones. So that's nice to see. I like those upper trigger buttons in the clicky mode. And they're a little bit further away, so they're probably a little harder to hit if you're gaming, but you know, is what it is. So the other thing here is everything now has, you know, like a little USB style plugs, or, you know, so you'll need to be a little bit more careful. And that's probably one thing I'll look for. Sorry if I'm looking down a lot. I have to make sure I'm plugging this all in. So nice thing here is the controls for the headset are right next to your thumbs. So you have a mute button and a volume up and down. So that's pretty cool. Would have been nice to see a little bit bigger pad on the other side here, just to make it more comfortable. But, you know, like I said, this is an add-in item that, you know, how good's the audio quality really gonna be? I wouldn't expect super good, but at the same time, it's nice to include it. So that brings us to the console itself. So we have a slot loading DVD, which is of course Blu-ray. You have your ventilation on this side of the case, a solid piece on this side. You also have intake ventilations from the left and right sides. A USB in here, and there's your eject button, I'm pretty sure. Oh, the eject button's there. Well, I guess it's both. Interesting. That's cool. I guess that's so if you have it standing up. That's it for the sides and the back. It has okay rubber padded feet. I kind of wish that the feet were a little grippier, a little bigger, especially since it's going to be in an AV rack. And then we have your power, HDMI out, SPDIF out, HDMI in, 2 super speed USBs, your Connect in, your IR out, and your networking. And of course it has a built-in wireless card. So that's it for this unboxing and kind of overview. I will be filming a video of my initial setup and thoughts. As you guys know, I'm a big PC guy, so I've always console gamed as well, but I tend to lean heavily toward PCs for almost everything, just because I feel they're a better value. However, for what I want to do with this, and especially with my kids getting a little older to where they might be able to start playing some of the, you know, funny little like Disney Connect games or whatever, you really can't beat this because it's the only thing with the real Connect experience out there. This is Tim for Timmy Tech TV. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time.